Hi, I'm Samela, and this is Your Next Option. Welcome to my interview of John PG Stiles, owner and operator of www.dbtv.com. Welcome, John.
Hi, Sam. How you?
I'm great. So, what I'd like to do today is for you to walk us through how you came to be the owner operator of www.dbtv.com.
Okay, I'm happy to do that. However, first I have to make an observation. If you look down from my perspective in the lower left-hand corner of my screen, I see the name M. Samela Dingus. And my thought was, wow, that's just like M. Night Shyamala. Never mind. Okay, so how did I get to be where I'm at today? Yes. A long story as we discussed, so I'll start halfway through. Basically, got out of the Marine Corps, started working in construction and was going to school 4 nights a week, majoring in psychology, and realized I can make more money in construction than I could hanging out a shingle. So fast forward about 30 years, been working in construction most of my life, had moved here to Vegas, was doing a number of projects, and as we all know, 8, 9 years ago, the construction industry took a dump. And so I decided, okay, I'm old enough, it's time to retire. Start collecting my Social Security, live off my savings for a while, and if the industry comes back, I'll go back to work. The industry has not yet come back to a level that made it worthwhile. So one of my passions was photography. And I loved, you know, I got to build a lot of resorts around the country, and so I always took my camera with me. And when I retired, I thought I'd really like to start getting into video and playing with that a little more and learning a little bit about that. I had some friends that were entertainers performing out at Mandalay Bay. I asked them if I could bring my camera out, shoot some of their shows to practice and get, you know, learn how to do it. So I did that for about a month, month and a half, and the head of the group called me one day and he goes, John, there's a radio show over at one of the local Lotus AM stations. They want somebody to come in, shoot their show, and then upload it to YouTube. You want to do that? I thought, yeah, that'd be fun. I'll go do that. You know, give me some beer money and, you know, make a little bit off of. So I started doing that, and a couple months in, one of the other shows came over and said, that's really cool. I want to do that too. And that's when I thought, you know what? This could be a thing. I'm going to make this a thing. I'm going to create an internet TV station for people like ourselves who don't have a whole lot of money, but they have a message or they have something that they would like to get out to the public. And so that's kind of how I got started, you know. Started out in a little bitty studio that was about 12 by 12 and then got a little bigger one. And today we've got almost 2,500 square feet over on East Sahara between Maryland Parkway and Eastern. And so, yeah, and here we are. As you know, you've been there, and we've got multiple cameras, and we can zoom, and it's just been, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, it really is not like a job. I'm actually enjoying the heck out of what I do every single day, even when it's a pain in the butt. And I get to meet so many great people. I mean, what's it been, 3 years, 4 years ago when we met? Well, you saw that was my step up studio. That was my second studio. I've just got to meet some great people, learn about a whole bunch of stuff, because when I'm sitting behind the camera, working all the equipment and making all the magic, and somebody's in front of the camera, I've had therapists, I've had trainers in there. I'm getting all of this information. I had a therapist doing a show there, and so every Thursday I was like going to a therapy session, you know. I've had motivational speakers in there, so I'd be sitting back there and paying attention and learning how to be a motivational speaker. And you know, it's just I just can't imagine. You know, if I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be hanging out at the casinos and the strip clubs and the bars and stuff like that. But and we've become a family. You know, the people who are part of the shows and part of the studio, they're my extended family. I mean, I love them just as much as I do everybody else. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
really wonderful is that you're making a significant contribution to the community because not only are you interviewing individuals that are local or do what they do here, you're also interviewing what? National celebrities.
Yes. Some I can't talk about yet, but I mean, I'm so excited that I can't see straight. I mean, if you know anything about crack cocaine, you might no. One of the potential guests that's coming up here in the next few months was a former school teacher who made crack to make a living because of his cancer. So you know who I'm talking about, don't you? Okay, but don't say anything. But the other thing is too that I've had an opportunity to give back to the community in the sense that we provide airtime or a chance for a lot of the animal shelters in town or the nonprofits, you know, Heroes for Autism, just a lot of the shade tree shelter from the, and just have brought them in, let them, you know, get them interviewed, get their word out, let them do little commercials to help promote their businesses. And it's, you know, it's nice when you can do something like that. It's like, it makes you feel like you're not always taking, you know what I mean, that you're giving back and you're sharing. And I love animals. So I've got, you know, 3 cats and a dog that are all rescues. So, you know, what can I say? So.
Awesome. That's fabulous. That's, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And I'm so excited that your channel is right here in town on East Sahara Avenue. We're accessible to almost everybody. And as well as having the opportunity to Zoom. I mean, you're doing Zoom, you're doing it online anyway. So that works out perfectly. So you weren't, COVID didn't hurt your feeling.
Well, it literally almost killed us. I mean, not physically, but you know, it shut us down for about 2.5 months, and that hurt big time. And we're just, you know, because of that, we are learning how to survive in the world today. And you know, we're very we do in studio stuff, and I'm very careful, being older and because of some existing health conditions. I'm very susceptible to, you know, respiratory diseases. So before anybody comes in the studio, I wipe everything down, spray everything down with disinfectant. And after they leave, I do the same thing. And it's, you know, we never have more than a couple of people in the studio at one time. We practice social distancing because not only do I not want to get sick, but I don't want anyone else to get sick either. And it's working out pretty well, and people are starting to, I think, I want to say come alive, but I see people that are starting to stick their head out now and say, okay, well, as long as I'm careful, and I'm sure, you know, you've been out to the supermarket and whatever, and 2, 3, 4 months ago, people weren't really as conscientious as they are today, and that's just my observation.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's
cool. That's really great. I'm really excited for you. Do you have any words of wisdom to share with my audience? You know, I serve melders, mindful elders, formerly known as retirees or senior citizens. And you, how old are you, sir?
I just turned 73.
73. Thank
Yeah.
you very much. A long-term member of the melders community.
I tell people that I am 40 with 33 years experience.
That works.
That's an old joke. I know everybody's heard it, but that's still fun. I guess the words of wisdom is that if you have a dream, if you have something that you'd like to accomplish, it may not turn out to be exactly what you, I mean, I've always wanted to do something like this as long as I can remember. I mean, I grew up in Southern California, went to Hollywood High School, so this kind of thing was, I'd been around it, and I'd always wanted to do it. And you have to just be paying attention, because there's magic everywhere if you're paying attention. And I could have just completely blown the situation. I mean, I took advantage of somebody giving me a call and say, hey, you want to do this? And I thought that'd be cool. But I could just as easily have said, no, it's not worth the bother. And then I would not be doing what I'm doing today. So just, you know, don't lose sight of your dream. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged. You may end up someplace that you didn't expect that makes you happier than you thought you were going to be doing what it was that you expected. And the other thing is, if you've ever seen the movie Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, be excellent to each other. I think that that's very important. I mean, I look at myself at this age, and I look at my grandparents at this age, and the senior population today is nothing like it was back when my grandfather was this age. It's not, I mean, we're active, we're involved, we're out there. And, you know, I get up and I look in the mirror in the morning, I go, who the heck is that guy? You know, I just got out of high school last week, you know, who is that guy? But I love what you're doing. I mean, I think it's so exciting because it's a perfect example of, you know, life doesn't end at 55 or whatever. And it's like you now have a chance to not worry so much about, okay, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to, you know, got to get up in the morning and go to work because I have to support my family or have obligations or whatever. You know, we're now old enough that we can say, screw it. You know, I'm not doing that anymore. You know, I don't have to do that. So, but anyway, that's, what else can I say?
We can do it.
You know, we've had a lot of conversations, so you understand.
Right, and we can do what we want. Thank you so much for your interview today. It's been a pleasure. John Stiles, www.dbtv.com. Good to hear from you. Have a great.
And you can one thing I failed to mention, if you'll give me just another moment, I'm gonna take it anyway. But we are in the process of setting up our own Roku channel as well. So you can not only find us at on our website at www.dbtv.com, you can get us on YouTube at Worldwide Digital Broadcasting or WWDB-TV. And when the Roku channel is up, if you have Roku, you can just go and search WWDB TV, and our channel come up. So we'll have all of our shows up there as well. So
Access everywhere. That's perfect.
Everywhere. Thank
you so much. You have a blessed day.
Thank you, Samela, and thank you very much. And I love what you're doing, and please keep it up. I'm always excited to see who you're going to be talking to next.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.